What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Tuesday, November 13th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's see who we have at the point guard position. I like Collin Sexton for the Cleveland Cavaliers playing the Charlotte Hornets, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall and give up the 13th most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Collin Sexton has scored 30, 20, and 9 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 18.3 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 25 minutes per game, but he's played 34 minutes last game and 41 the game before that. He has a 22% usage rate. Collin Sexton is $5,100 DraftKings salary, $600 more on FanDuel, projected to get 28 fantasy points today in a game that has an implied total of 220 total points. This is a high-paced game at home. At that price, Collin Sexton is only going to need about 25 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all our DFS tools for NFL, and the tools for NBA are awesome. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like Klay Thompson for the Golden State Warriors playing the Atlanta Hawks, who have the absolute worst defense overall and give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Klay Thompson has scored 45, 32, and 39 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 32.1 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 34 minutes per game. He played 45 minutes last night because Stefan Curry is out. Stefan Curry is out again tonight. I know this is a back-to-back, but I expect Klay Thompson to get plenty of minutes and a lot of usage with Curry out. He got 33% usage rate yesterday, 39% the game before that. All it takes is one of those hot shooting nights for Klay Thompson to go off and get you 50 plus. Klay Thompson's only $6,800 DraftKings salary, $300 more on FanDuel, projected at 28.8 fantasy points. He's going to need around 32 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. There's a high implied total in this game. It's 230.5. You got to take a risk on Klay in this spot. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, who do we have at the small forward position? I like Jeremy Lamb from the Charlotte Hornets playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall and give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Jeremy Lamb has scored 27, 29, and 20 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 24 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 24 minutes per game with a 21% usage rate. Jeremy Lamb is only $5,000 DraftKings salary, $100 more on FanDuel, and at that price he's going to need 25 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. If you want to go Durant and chase that 70-point game, I don't blame you. I'm going to have some lineups with Durant, and it's not a bad option to pair him up with a much cheaper Jeremy Lamb. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I like Paul Millsap for the Denver Nuggets versus the Houston Rockets, who have a pretty good defense overall, but they give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Paul Millsap has scored 51, 27, and 8 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 28.6 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 27 minutes per game with a 21% usage rate. Paul Millsap is only $5,600 DraftKings salary, $600 more on FanDuel. I love that DraftKings price. At that salary, Paul Millsap will only need 28 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. Okay, moving along to the center position. I like Hernan Gomez for the Charlotte Hornets playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are a middle-of-the-pack defense overall and also middle-of-the-pack defending opposing centers. Hernangomez has scored 16, 26, and 28 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 18.2 fantasy points per game on the season, playing 15 minutes per game with a 20% usage rate. I'll admit this is a hit-or-miss player. If he can get near 20 minutes with a 20% usage rate, he should easily hit value. He's only $3,500 DraftKings salary, $900 more on FanDuel, but I love that DraftKings price. At that price, you're really only looking for about 18 fantasy points to get 5 times value. Hernangomez is not a bad option if you need to save salary to fit in some Kevin Durant or some of those other higher price studs. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for week 9. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.